Lucas thanked the old man and resumed his journey, carrying the glass bottle with him. While walking, he comes across the same garden and the same beautiful rabbit.
Oh wow! Look at how adorable this rabbit is. I'll check this out first. The garden is entirely constructed of illusion. Let me spritz myself with water before moving forward.
Lucas douses himself in water, which causes him to simply vanish. When he looked at that rabbit, he actually realized it was all along a giant mouse.
Princess Georgia appears to have been caught up to this illusion. I shouldn't waste any more time here and should hurry to the palace.
Lucas quickly began his journey to the palace. He finally finds the palace after some time of walking. When Lucas looked up at the castle, he noticed the black clouds and thunder. When Lucas entered the castle, he could hear the princess crying. Lucas begins to walk in that direction, and he notices the princess in one of the rooms. He approaches the princess and informs her,
Princess, please don't cry.
Who's talking to me? Who's there?
Princess, my name is Lucas. I have come to take you away.
But how come I can't see you? And how did you find out I was trapped here?
I was sent here by your father to find you. I ran into an old man on the way here who told me you were here. He even gave me a bottle of magical water that makes me invisible when I sprinkle it, and I can see the ghost's illusion.
But how are you going to deal with that ghost? That ghost is extremely powerful.
The ghost will be reduced to ashes with the help of the magical water. However, princess, that requires us to bring the ghost out of his palace. Now you must sit on my shoulder before we can leave the palace. That ghost will be compelled to leave the palace as soon as he realizes you are no longer there. Only then we can sprinkle this water and burn the ghost to ashes. His fictitious kingdom will crumble the moment he burned to ashes.
Saying this, Lucas sprinkles water on himself to make himself visible to the princess. He rushes out of the palace, carrying the princess on his shoulder. As soon as he exits the palace, the ghost becomes aware the princess has been taken away from the castle, and he begins to pursue them. He finds the princess standing outside the castle and rushes to meet her. Lucas appears from behind and sprinkles the magical water on the ghost. As soon as he leaves his palace, the ghost screams loudly and burns to ashes in a matter of seconds. His palace of illusion disintegrates into dust, just as the ghost does, and slowly but surely the ground swallows it all up.
Princess, quick, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Princess, it's my responsibility to deliver you to the king without a scratch. Your father will be overjoyed to see you.
Lucas returns the princess to her kingdom. Lucas and the princess return back to the kingdom. The king is overjoyed to see the princess and rushes over to embrace her. Lucas was given the southernmost part of the kingdom and made king of the kingdom, just as the king had promised him.
In the small town of Pinocchio, there lived a man named Samuel. He had a small family consisting his wife Ruth and his son Sebastian. Samuel used to work as a sanitation worker. He used to sweep and clean the roads for big societies, while his wife Ruth used to work as a maid. Both of them were really hardworking. But one day, when an epidemic hit the nation, both of them lost their jobs. However, Samuel used to get work sometimes, but Ruth's work was completely shut down. One day, Ruth says to Samuel, "I don't understand anything, what to do and what not to do in this epidemic."
Yes, Ruth. Everyone from the working class is in the same condition.
My work has completely been shut down. Now how we will survive?
You don't worry. You'll definitely find something. Don't think so much.
Yes, let's hope for the best. After saying this, they started doing their household chores, and with this hope, months passed by. But the epidemic was not yet over, and it was no sooner going to vanish. And during this, the poor got affected. They had nothing to eat. They were struggling to find food for their family. One day, Ruth tells her son, "Son, please concentrate on your studies so that you can achieve something in life. And you don't have to work like us."
Yes, mother. I'll concentrate on my studies. I can understand our family's condition.
We are going through a very tough time because of this epidemic. We have to be happy with what little we have.
Yes, mother.
Ruth hugs Sebastian, and then she gets busy in her household chores. In the next few days, Christmas was approaching. Everyone was busy preparing for Christmas. When Sebastian saw some kids bursting firecrackers 3 days prior to Christmas, he also wanted to ask his parents to buy him firecrackers. But knowing their financial condition, he was hesitant to ask for anything. That very day, Samuel says to Ruth,
Ruth, let me see if I can get any Christmas bonus from the people I work for.
"That will be great if the people you work for gives you some Christmas bonus. Every year we buy Sebastian new clothes and firecrackers, but this year he didn't ask for anything."
I could not understand what's happening. Let me go and ask them.
Okay. After that, Samuel goes to his employers and asks for some Christmas bonus.
Sir, it will be great if I could get some Christmas bonus. Samuel, you are talking like as if I have all the money in the world. I also don't have money because of this epidemic. Keep this $2 bill and go for now. I'll call you when there will be work for you.
Samuel's eyes got filled with tears, and keeping that $2 in his pocket, he leaves. After returning home, he sits down sadly. Ruth asks, "What happened to you? I have never seen you this upset in my entire life."
I could not get the money. All I got is this $2.
"Don't worry, I will make Samuel understand. Don't worry about him."
Due to this epidemic, there was already misery, and now I don't think we can celebrate Christmas this year.
"Please don't lose hope like this. This year also we will celebrate Christmas."
But how?
By being happy, we will celebrate Christmas this year. Don't be sad during the festival. So what if we don't have money? At least 3 of us are together. From those $2, we will buy Sebastian some firecrackers, and with the rest we'll buy some stuff for the festival. Okay now?
Yes, that's a good decision.
In the evening, Samuel comes out of his house and sees his son watching other kids bursting firecrackers from the window. But still, he was not asking for anything from his parents. Samuel says,
Sebastian, take this $1 and go buy some firecrackers for yourself.
Really, father? I'll also burst firecrackers? Yay! Yay! I'll also burst firecrackers!
After getting money, Sebastian was very excited, and seeing this, his parents also felt happy. After that, they got busy doing household chores. And the next day, Sebastian goes to the market to buy firecrackers with that $1, and then,
What do you want, kiddo? Uncle, I want firecrackers with this $1. But kiddo, with $1 you can only get a rocket firecracker. Nothing more than that. Okay, uncle.
Buying that rocket firecracker, Sebastian was happily coming back home. While way back home, his friends teased him.
See, friends, Sebastian has bought only one rocket firecracker. Only one.
Saying this, Sebastian's friends kept teasing him, but he kept walking towards his home. After reaching home, Sebastian fell asleep holding that firecracker. And next day, he shows the rocket firecracker to his friends, but everyone started laughing on him. The master's boy was also in the class with Sebastian. He takes the rocket from his hand and says,
Hey, are you trying to show off this rocket in front of me? Let me light it up and burst it so that you cannot show off like this. really sorry. I won't show off like this again. Please give my rocket back, please. Keep your apology to yourself.
Then Ron lifts up the rocket. The rocket flies into the air and bursts into the sky. After this, Sebastian leaves with tears in his eyes. While his way back to home, Sebastian meets a sage. Seeing Sebastian, he calls him.
What happened, child? Why are you crying?
A friend of mine has lit my firecracker up. Now I don't have any firecracker to burst in this Christmas. And nor do my father have money to buy me one.
Okay.
After listening all this, the sage closed his eyes and a magical rocket appears in his hand. Giving that to Sebastian, he says,
Child, take this magical rocket. It will give you everything. And now you don't have to worry about anything.
Now the sage gives the magical rocket to Sebastian.
Thank you so much. I'll never forget this favor of yours.
After that, Sebastian reaches home and shows that rocket to his parents. His parents were very happy to know about the magical rocket. Everyone was happy there. Then Sebastian says to that rocket,
Hey, magical rocket, give me lots of firecrackers to play during this Christmas.
And then suddenly he receives a lot of firecrackers. And then once more he asked the magical rocket,
Hey, magical rocket, give my mom and dad all the Christmas stuff and some new clothes too.
In a blink, they got all the Christmas stuff and new clothes. And they were very happy. With the help of the magical rocket, those three celebrate a very Merry Christmas. And after some days, Samuel started his own tea stall and got success. He always used to help the needy and the poor. So, this story teaches us we should always respect about others' feelings. No one is born poor or rich. Always see people with a good heart. If you do good, good comes in your way.
Once there was a man named John who used to live in a village named Belmont. He lived with his wife Mary and his daughter Alicia. John used to work on a farm nearby. After working in the afternoon, the workers at the farm used to sit at a nearby place to eat their lunch together. "Oh John, what did you bring for lunch today?" "I brought paranthas. What did you bring?" "I brought chapati and vegetables. Brother, the paranthas from your house are very delicious. I always want to eat them." "You can eat them if you like, Brother Richard. I will eat your lunch." Richard and John finish their work and then go back to their homes. After coming back from work, John says to Mary, "Hey Mary, your paranthas are really delicious. Everyone loves them."
Really?
That night there was a robbery at the farm owner's house. The next day, John and everyone else get together at the farm owner's house. Since all the money and jewelry was stolen, the farm owner did not have any money left. Because of this, he could not pay wages to all the workers. "Brothers, because of the robbery, I cannot pay you your monthly wages. You can stop coming to my farms from now." "Sir, please don't do this to us." "John, if you work at my farms, then I would have to give you something, but I don't have anything left." "Yes, sir, whatever is suitable to you. Now you can go. If I will need you, I will call you all." "Yes, sir." All the farm workers go back to their homes. Some of them found work at other farms, but John could not find any work. Many days passed and John was still at home. What should be done so that we can pay for our household expenses?
Hey, what happened? You have been thinking for the past 15 days and are not even eating properly.
It's nothing, just thinking about how to pay for our household expenses. I must find some money.
Don't worry. We can do something. Stop thinking about it.
The next day, Mary had an idea. She tells her husband,
I have an idea. What if we sell the paranthas that I make?
"Yes, your idea is very good. Let's start selling paranthas from tomorrow itself. But Mary, it will require a lot of help and effort from you."
You don't have to worry about that. I will take care of everything.
The next day, John and Mary go to the market to sell the paranthas and chutney they made. Since there was already a paratha seller in the market, they could not sell much of the parathas. They gave all the remaining parathas to an orphanage and returned home.
Nobody is buying our parathas. What should we do now?
What will happen if you think like this? Today was the first day only, and you are disappointed. Be patient. Those who try never give up. The next day, she prepares the parathas early, and John and Mary go to their shop to sell them again. Some of the parathas were made at home and the rest of them were made fresh there only. The fragrance of her parathas attracted a lot of people and there was a crowd. How many parathas would you like, sir? John, give me 10 parathas with lots of butter. Yes, sir, I will add a lot of butter. Their parathas were now loved by a lot of people. Slowly their business started growing. Now their shop was so crowded that their parathas started falling short. People were mad about their parathas. One day the richest man of their village, Vincent, came to their shop and told John, John, I have some work. Will you do it? Yes, I will do it. Tell, what is it? Tomorrow is my son's birthday. As you know, there is a feast every year for the whole village. I am thinking if you could make parathas for this birthday party. We will do it, sir. You don't have to worry about it. Can we do it, Mary?
Yes, we can do it.
That day, John and Mary went back to their homes and started thinking.
How can we make so many parathas?
I was thinking the same. If we cannot complete the order, our name and Vincent's reputation will be hurt. We have to fulfill the promise we made.
Yes, but how can we make parathas for the whole village?
Let's go to sleep and see to it in the morning. Then suddenly their house was filled with a lot of light. Both of them were scared to see the light. Who is this? Where is all the light coming from?
Who is it? Show yourself.
A shape formed in that light and stood in front of them. They were even more scared now. Then they heard a sound from the shape. Don't be scared, John and Mary. I am God. I am here to help you. John and Mary joined their hands and said, Oh God, we are lucky that we got to see you.
We are blessed that you came to our home.
John, ask for what you want. I am very happy with both of you. God, we have everything we wish for, but we are worried about how we are going to fulfill tomorrow's order. I am really happy to see both of your pure intentions. Take this magical paratha. You will get whatever you ask from it. Mary and John thank the God, and God disappears before giving the magical paratha in John's hands. Mary, we will cook food from this paratha tomorrow.
Yes, we will do this only.
John and Mary go to the birthday party tomorrow morning. John tells the magical paratha, Oh magical paratha, make 2000 parathas for me now. Suddenly, 2000 parathas appear because of the magical paratha. The fragrance was so good that everyone ate them happily. Vincent's guests were very happy with the parathas. John and Mary were happy watching this. Watching his guests so happy, Vincent was also pleased. He tells the both of them, John and Mary, both of you are wonderful. Everyone here loved the food. Here is your money. Thank you, sir. We are really happy that you trusted us with it. We will always be grateful to you.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent.
John and Mary happily returned home and thanked the God. They started selling different types of parathas at their shop. They were very successful because of that magical paratha. They were known as Paratha Maker John and Mary throughout the village.